Yo, good morning, or good afternoon, or good night, or whatever you're watching this. For me, it's currently Saturday morning. You know, no kids in the house. We got grandparents on that, and so I got my coffee. Just woken up, breakfast eaten. And yeah, we're gonna pow out these last couple videos here because I got locals coming up, and I gotta get these videos out so I can record the deck profile for the new deck I'll be trying out. So yeah, we gotta get through these. Luckily, this match isn't too much. This match is pretty concise. It seems like this match was a okay. By the way, I'm versing Centurions. And I kind of knew. I know very little about what this deck currently does. I know about older Centurions before their new support came out. But yeah, so we're against the Centurions today. I lost the die roll, and I kind of know that that's a big part of this match is that the die roll is a pretty important part. Oh, I think we're gonna see it right here. All right, so we got our roll here. I rolled a sad three. High rolls are honestly not for me, man. I probably do the best when I build for going second, just because I do lose so many rolls. Um, but yeah, getting into the match, he does his Centurion stuff. My hand here was not great. I think I opened. If I want to say, if I could stop flipping those cards around, I think I opened like Double Diva, Prince, Infantry, something else that was not an extender. And I think I noticed that a lot. Right now in this current list, you have your three shrines, and you have three Teuses, and you have your one Ran. Now, if I'm not mistaken, those are. I guess you also kind of have one for one, but those are all the extenders I have in the deck. Um, that's not a lot when I really think about it. That's probably something I should be maybe thinking more about in the future. Yeah, I definitely see Prince. I might be seeing Shrine there as well. So I do actually have one extender. So Daisy's backsies, I do have one extender, but still only one extender. That's not great. And that's maybe one of the reasons why Megalo wouldn't be so bad is just being able to get a card, just having a card like Megalo where you can discard, get Triana into hand so you can keep playing, or I don't know. Maybe it's not as I don't know. That seems kind of good actually going second because you can get Triana, summon Prince. They have to kill it twice before it goes to the graveyard because Triana has the protection. Um, so that sounds kind of cool. I don't know. Or because you can even normal Prince, they deal with it. Triana back the Prince, and then they have to deal with it, get rid of the quick spell, and then kill a third time. So that sounds kind of cool. But yeah, I don't know. I'm yapping. So basically, what Centurion does is it basically puts up this Omni Negate guy right here. It's like I don't know. I forgot his name, but yeah, he's a big boy, and he's an Omni Negate, and then he's able to make a second one too. So he basically has two Omni Negates. He has a trap card that's like it works like a Farfa. And then yeah, so right here I'm just trying to bait out the Omni Negate, just force it out. I can't pop the equip spell because that Centurion synchro in the middle I think gives it protection, so I'm forced to hit the Omni Negate, which isn't preferred. And then he just has Ash, which maybe he shouldn't have. Maybe he should have just Omni negated the shrine since the infantry was going to attempt to pop it anyways. Um, it's a little odd, but it doesn't really matter. He hits the prince with the Farfa. I have no further extenders, and that is a wrap. Yeah, I drew Dragoons. So that is it. After that, he just keeps playing it. I don't have enough to kill. So we'll get into game two here. I go first, and real quick thing I saw on Facebook that there was a guy talking about how Dragoons shouldn't be a three of. And I think that's a very interesting take. I think this is the first time where you can have a take like that with water. Um, it's kind of the same as Shadows, though. It's almost the same discussion. Shadows is a little more, but but the idea is that all your brick hands always involve having cards that need to be discarded, and you have no way to discard them. And I think that is still an issue I am noticing with water, is that there's still not enough cards that discard to play. I will say, when a new support comes out, and that new Atlantean monster comes out, the Rumbling Atlantean or whatever, ooh, that guy's pretty saucy. So my hand here was, yeah, Harpooner, 1-for-1, Cosmic, Shrine, and Call By. So not a great hand, but luckily I had the Call By, so we were never getting ashed here. And at this point, you know, you're feeling pretty good. And so look, this is also an interesting game. So I took my first loss, probably to the fact that I did lose to the fact that I have multiple normal summons, and I just finally had a game where I opened that. Where I think that maybe was the second time I opened multiple normal summons. But continuing here, yeah, this was also an awkward play for me. I think I did mess up a little bit. I mean, this whole day was kind of just messing up. I accept it. I'm learning from it. But yeah, so I didn't grab the Taze here because I had the Pike to grab the gun, and you really only need Pike for the gun. And if you just summon the Sea King to the field, then that's one less discard you need to like do the rest of your combos. Awkward here thing though is I probably didn't need to grab Diva. I wasn't counting how many discards I needed, and so that Diva could have been anything else. It could have been like honestly, the Diva could have been a Minstrel, so I could get Minstrel on the field to use for secret plays to make like the Aurora Whale. But I was thinking here originally like, oh, I want my normal summon. Oh, I don't have to use my normal summon, so I can use that for Diva to continue playing there. In reality, and I was also holding on to the Cosmic, thinking the Cosmic was more integral than the Diva was. But it didn't even matter because the Cosmic goes anyways. Because yeah, if you can see here, you know, I need one discard for Shadow, and then I need one discard for the Poseidra. And so looking at this, I also used the Sea King's effect, I think. So I just killed all the cards in my hand. This was just a poorly laid out combo. It's fine. And 1-for-1 makes it look a little worse because I used 1-for-1, ditched a card to play that, and I also used Call By to protect it. So, you know, I used basically 3 cards to have for one starter. And so with that in mind, you know, this hand it's not too bad, but like Minstrel probably should have been here. And like Minstrel probably instead of Diva. And yeah, the Diva normal summon never even came up. That was another thing I noticed, that like the turns I didn't use my normal summon, which there weren't a lot of them, but the turns I didn't use my normal summon, it didn't seem like there was any better use cases for them, at least currently available in the deck, where like after you Prince, I mean, look at my board. You know, it's like, what else can I really do with the Diva? Like, am I trying to make Zealantis? Am I trying to, am I making like the Bubble Reef? But like, I'm losing the Mermail King. It's just like one other weird thing with the deck is there's only so much link spamming you can really do, and so the deck is also seems like it's a little limited in terms of how much like true flexibility it has. Like it does a lot. It's really strong. I'm not denying that. But in terms of like it seems like on the monster side you can keep playing, and you can keep going further. But in terms of the extra deck and the actual cards that you can like finish your end board with, it seems like there's like a very like slight limit that just keeps it from being a little bit more, I don't know, broken or whatever. Not bad per se, just saying, like, it's just something I noticed where other decks have a lot more freedom and the flexibility in terms of like how many options they can really link into if they have enough resources to keep playing. But coffee break. Yeah, so I went full combo. Not complaining. He doesn't have any cards, so I'm obviously not really worried. I'm just card for carding his negates. With my negates for his spell, I go to pop his Centurion with the infantry. I didn't know he could do this. Now I do know that he can chain the Centurion to summon it from the spell and trap to dodge the pop. So that's not cool. But it doesn't really matter because he uses the effect and I just negate it anyways. And this is like, yeah, it's a wrap. It doesn't actually, like, card for card, there's no way he can beat that. And then we go into our last game here. I'm a little nervous. Not feeling great, but I also know that if I open like Cosmic, if I open like Cosmic or Impulse, I should have a pretty good time. And we'll just try and get there. Please and thank you. So, yeah, hand here really wasn't that bad. I have Ran, Pike, let's see. Yeah, Ran, Pike, Shadow, and Marksman, and Cosmic. And I'm thinking, wow, I can do a lot with this. I felt like I don't know exactly what he's gonna bring up, but I'll have the Cosmic for his field spell, and so all I have to do is bait out his Omni Negate, and then I can take care of his field spell, and then it shuts off his other Omni Negate, and I can keep playing from there. And I'm just like, I'm thinking in my head that, you know, I have Ran. Oh, and for his little Farfa trap card, I have the Marksman. So I'm just kind of thinking out loud that I have Ran that will cause an interruption. I have Marksman that will cause an interruption. I have Shadow, and I have Pike. So I have basically at least four interaction points that I'm putting him on, not including like the Cosmic. And so then he ends his turn and he deck locks down me. Not cool. Not cool, bud. Okay? So at this point, I'm just like, well, that is the game. Like, I would have to literally open like double Cosmic right here. And maybe like hindsight, so I'm pretty sure I sided out the Book of Moon. So I draw Teus. I draw fucking Teus. I'm thinking, wow, my hand was disgusting. I'm pretty sure I have enough engine to play through his board. But that deck lockdown was just brutal. And so at this point, I'm thinking, I mean, the game's over. I mean, there's no playing around it. Yeah, I could have. So I ran discard Marksman, go to pop his set. And maybe there's a world where I actually don't want to Marksman that because it forces him to use the Banish on my Ran, and maybe I should have sent the Shadow instead, and baited him out and see if he actually hit the Ran or not, instead of forcing it. I think I do that a lot, where I want to force out interactions, and maybe sometimes, and I don't think it's always good to force interactions. I think sometimes it's good to force, sometimes it's good to bait and bluff, and I need to work on that. But yeah, I mean, there was nothing here. The deck lockdown completely shut me down. As you can see, I'm trying to play without using the Cosmic. At a certain point, I realized like it's for naught. But yeah, I mean, there was nothing here I could do. I was never breaking his board, and we talked about this afterwards, that he was never going to negate anything until he saw every card in my hand, or until I tried to target the deck lockdown. That he knew that as long as he had deck lockdown up, I was never beating him, and he was right. I was never beating him. So yeah, it was unfortunate. It would have been a crazy game. I think we would have seen Water really blow this board out. I think even if I still go Ram Marksman as first action, I still force out the trap card. You know, if he has the Omni Negate and he has the field spell for second Omni Negate, I think I can hold up. But yeah, so that would have been interesting to see. But it's all right. It's the game, and okay. And yeah, so that's the game. Thank you guys for watching. Oh wait, real quick, backing up just a little bit. Dragoons. Dragoons at 2. I think that's a legitimate debate, and not only because I only have 2 ultis. I think even Dragoons at 1 is like a possibility in a world where more support comes out. I don't know. Dragoons at 1's a little weird, but you could definitely do it. You could definitely pull it off. But you'd be like you'd be really closing down on the water engine itself. Yeah, I would personally lean towards having more discard outlets for more discard extenders for your discard waters before cutting down Dragoons. But I understood what the guy was saying about how all the brick hands are hands filled with Dragoons, because usually, when you're drawing your top 5 cards, you're like, oh, Dragoons? Shadow? Let's go. And then you never draw a card to discard it, and you're like, wow, actually, this hand sucks. Yeah, so that's a little bit of a ramble. It's definitely a thought. Maybe I'll give it a try in the future. But yeah, I'm gonna turn this around. I'm gonna get into the next game and keep pounding these out. So I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.